Welcome back to the Collective Movements. Today, we're going to be working on how to do a Kip Up. So learning a Kip Up is actually pretty easy. All you're going to need is some nice soft grass and the will to not stop. So you're just going to lay on your back and you're going to do a reverse crunch, which will look like this. Now from here, you just want to practice getting your feet straight up into the air. So I'll show you what I mean. The Kip Up doesn't happen from down here. It actually happens more up towards your shoulders and mid-upper back. Now, you want to make sure that your butt comes off the floor when you do this. Otherwise, you're not going to get enough kick up in the air to bring them back underneath you. It will require a little bit of back flexibility and a little bit of arm strength. So if you don't have those, we'll go into ways to get those as well. So arms are going to go underneath your shoulders, just like this. Let me get a little bit this way right here. Underneath your shoulders, just like this. Now from here, this is what I mean by you want to get your butt off the floor, right? So arms underneath your shoulders. You're gonna need a little bit of wrist flexibility for this one as well. And most people will try to Kip Up from here. And what you actually need to do is you need to get your butt more above your chest and above your shoulders. So you wanna go to here, like this. Now, you wanna work on what's called a candlestick almost. It's a little different from gymnastics, but this will go a long way in getting your kip. And it's just where you're laying on your shoulders and you kick straight up. So you're actually gonna roll backwards into your candlestick. You go here. And you wanna get that straight up and down motion. Now from there, you're actually going to do that same thing with your bent legs. But now when you push, you wanna try to push with your legs up, and you want to push with your arms just a little bit. So you're gonna have a little bit of shoulder raising off of the floor, just like this. Gradually, that's gonna start to get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. And once it's high enough, then you can start to snap your feet down, right? And I'll leave that whenever you feel like it's high enough, up to you. I obviously don't want you going like super high that you're actually just smashing your shoulders and your back and your head on the floor. So try not to go too crazy with it, but one more. So I'm not even getting really high off the floor because I feel like if I'm gonna push with my arms, I'm just gonna snap down anyway and do the whole skill regardless. Once you're comfortable with your candlestick, you're actually going to do candlestick and then you're gonna try to drop into your bridge. That's the next stepping stone. So once you're able to roll back and kick into your candlestick pretty well, you're going to start to push and lift your shoulders up off the floor. And once your shoulders are off the floor, you're gonna snap your feet down into your bridge. Now this is where the back flexibility and the shoulder flexibility and the wrist flexibility tends to come in. And if you don't have these, then stay to the end of the video and we're gonna go over how to get these simple warm-ups and simple stretches that'll help and go a long way for your entire career. Once you understand how to bridge down and hold your bridge, the next step is actually trying to push and flick your wrists so you can get your hands off the floor. And this tends to happen a lot faster than you think it needs to happen. So the whole skill basically just starts to push off the floor and you're gonna try to land on your feet. So now we're gonna go into the whole skill, which looks like this. Let's get into different ways that you can help your kip if you don't have enough strength to actually get off of your shoulders. You can always find a slanted hill and do it on that slanted hill. I happen to have one right next to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and head over there and do it there. All right, so it's kind of hard to see the angle, but this right here is my slanted hill. All right, so what this does for you, having that slanted hill, is it actually puts your shoulders higher above your hips, so it's easier to stand up fully, right? So you would go through all of the same progressions here with your feet on the hill, on the lower side of the hill, with your chest on the upper side of the hill, the exact same progressions. So candlestick, candlestick to bridge, and then start your Kip Ups. Now, a couple of things to note with the hill here is that it will make the roll up a bit harder. So you're gonna have to pull your toes up and curl your hips up pretty hard in order to get your hips and your knees above your shoulders for a proper kip. So you can use your Kip Up in a few different ways. For instance, you can start with your shoulders here. So this one's actually a little advanced. It's a bit smaller than I would like, but it's just an idea of like what you can do with it. I see people do this on benches all the time, but I'm gonna do it here because I don't feel like walking back to my bench. Anyway, so. So you can take it a bit slower like that, or you can just kind of go into the whole thing. And once you get proficient at these, you can actually do what are called like suicide Kip Ups, or like rubber bands, which is kind of where you're standing up and you actually jump and fall back into your kip. All right, so let's talk about how to get some shoulder flexibility, some back flexibility, and the wrist flexibility so you can develop your bridge and learn how to do your Kip Up properly. First things first, for your wrist flexibility, what I would like you to do is you're actually just going to place your palms flat on any flat, not finger death surface. But this happens to be what I have right here, So you're going to go fingers flat, hands flat, and I want you to lean as far forward as you can, and you're gonna come back. You can do this on the floor, like this, and you can just lean forward and come back. And I want you to do that same thing, but instead of having your fingers forward, I want you to turn them sideways, lean forward, and come on back. Now, while they're here, you can also go left and right. So, one more time. You can go left and right. If you're gonna stretch your wrists this way, you should also stretch them this way. Not because you're gonna be doing anything on this side of your hands, but just so you're equally flexible on both sides. So we're gonna turn our palms down, and you're gonna do that same exact thing, but this time you're trying to lean as far back as you can, and you don't want your wrists to pop up like this. You kind of want to keep them as down as possible. Okay, now instead of turning your fingers outwards this way, you can actually turn them inwards, all right, because it's backwards. So you're gonna lean one way, lean the other way. And that's how I developed my wrist flexibility, along with just like years and years and years of doing cartwheels all the time and like round-offs all the time and handstands all the time. My wrist flexibility just kind of developed to like have that nice 90, which I'm super comfortable with. So it just takes time and practice. Now, for your shoulder flexibility, you can do a cat stretch. For your cat stretch, you're going to make sure your butt is above your knees, and you're actually going to push your armpits down into the floor. You can do this same thing on any bench or any wall that you have if you don't want your butt above your knees, or if you don't want your butt in the air in general. I know that can be like a little awkward, especially to do in public. If you walk over here to a wall, you can do that same thing and just start trying to push your head in between your armpits as low as it can go. So here, you again stretch everything on both sides. So you're gonna go here, now as far as your back flexibility is concerned, bridges and seal stretches, okay? And if you can't do a bridge, that's totally fine. Do whatever version of a bridge that you can, because any muscle building and flexibility building towards that is going to help. So even if you can't bridge, still try, because if you want a better bridge, you should bridge to get better bridges. If you are still working on a bridge, you can always find a wall just like this one. And what you can do is put your hands on the wall here and actually rotate upside down. This way your bridge isn't so back bendy. And you can walk yourself down until eventually you're in your bridge. So that's a good way to develop your bridge, is to find a wall. This could be in your house. This could be at the park like I am. It could be literally anywhere. Just find a wall and walk your hands down that wall until you can start feeling it in your back. And just try to like mark it and get a little bit lower, and a little bit lower, and a little bit lower until you're eventually walking yourself down into a full bridge. Actually, I'm gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna change the angle so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see that whole thing from there. One more time. Here. Now I'm in my bridge. Whenever you do your bridge, you should also do a tuck and roll. And that's just so you stretch your back out the other direction as well, just to match the theme of everything else that we've done today. You know, do it both sides. Alrighty, that's all we got for you guys today. So make sure you flip that like button so it turns blue, flip that subscribe button and the bell notification, because we will be releasing videos for you guys every Saturday. And if you need any help with your Kip Ups or your bridges or any other flexibility things, make sure you DM us at our Instagram, which is at The Collective Movements. We would like to post your guys' attempts at Kip Ups or bridges or doing some of these drills onto our Instagram story. So make sure you send us those clips, because we will be giving you guys a shout out. So happy Saturday and train safe. Don't put that in there. I'm not gonna do suicide kips.